Hi, Michelle. Did you hear me that time? Yes, is that the smile means you can hear me? She's frozen.
I heard you. Good evening, everybody.
Hi, I think you're coming through now. Michelle, was there a decision for tonight?
No,
Marcia, I thought Marcia wrote one.
I didn't get it.
Oh, maybe she just sent it to me.
I didn't get anything.
Oh, okay, I thought, I didn't look closely enough at who was copied.
Sorry about that.
No, not your fault. Looks like it was mine. Oh, just got text because I never did a head count. Did you just send that? You sent that decision just to me? Is that what happened?
And to the ZBA, to the shell.
You did.
Yeah, because it's on the,
She's shaking her head now.
What time did you send it, Marcia?
yesterday.
Nope, never
I
got
did
it.
it to the ZBA.org address or something.
You didn't
Yep,
send
that's
it?
where I get my emails, but I never received it.
I sent it. I mean, as a decision tonight, don't you?
No, there's no decisions because I didn't receive it.
But I thought I read something, because the Chris Hendry decision. Okay, I'm seeing things then. Okay.
I'm not even finding your email that you sent me, but
What's the
I hate how
Wi-Fi?
these email programs do things. So if it's in any kind of chain, it's
I
almost
know.
impossible to find. Oh, well, we don't have it written. We
I
have
don't
to worry
have,
about
I
it.
can't get online. Do you know what the Wi-Fi is? What the Wi-Fi is to get online?
You'd have to ask Michelle.
I'll text it to you, Marcia.
Okay, but I won't be able to get it because my phone's in the car. Never mind.
You text
You
it.
text it to me or Michael.
Yeah, I'll just text it to the group.
'Cause otherwise I can't call up the. Oh, wait, I do. Never mind. I have it.
That's it. Is it the first one?
These are templates.
To you directly now, Michelle, the email that I sent. I'm gonna forward it to you right now.
Well, I don't get work emails now anyways.
Okay.
It is.
I'll see it tomorrow.
I'll send it to you again too.
We have a quorum, it's 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna get this puppy rolling. I'd like to call the Woodstock Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for April 27th, 2023 to order. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have a quorum. Gordon Webb.
Michael Castiglione.
Marcia Swilling,
Okay.
and Jude logging on.
Okay. You can log in. Are there any changes or additions to the meeting agenda for tonight?
Nope.
Judith, why don't you log in verbally? You have to unmute.
Unmute.
Jude Salato. Sorry, I forget whenever you sign on, you're muted.
Okay, we're rolling here. So without further ado, I'm gonna do 3 public hearings tonight. I'm gonna read the first one. Martin Mills here, you can verbally log in. Martin,
Logging in,
name,
Martin Mills.
there we go. Now we got it rolling here. ZBA case number 23-09, application of Bartolomeo Battaglia.
Correct.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Good. For property located at 4619 Route 212, Willow, New York, 12495, a 3.33 acre parcel located within the R3 zoning district for a variance from the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, Article 4, area and bulk regulations, section 260-16, attachment 2, R3, column B, for a 22-foot infringement into a minimum required 50-foot side yard setback in order to construct a 216 square foot 1-car garage. Well, would you like to come up and just give us a little overview of the project and then
My
Bring us
name
up.
is Bartolomeo Battaglia.
Gordon, I'm sorry, just want to
Have a
state
seat.
that Joe is online as well.
I live on
Joe, why don't you log in, unmute and say hello?
Hello, my name is Joseph Bellick.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
Okay, hello everybody. Again, my name is Bartolomeo Battaglia and I live on 4619 State Route 212 in Willow, New York. And I would like to build a garage at my property, 1-car garage.
Mhm.
If it's okay, the gentleman Zach, he made the plan for me.
If you'd like to join us, yeah, have him, come right.
I would like to build 1-car garage. I believe it's 12 by 18 or 12 by 19. And either way, if I make a right or I make a left to go into the driveway, the garage is right there straight,
Mhm.
and it's easy for me to go in and out
Mhm.
back to 212. It's already blacktop driveway. The other way is gonna be on top the deck, like 50 feet away
Mhm.
from the property line. And it's gonna cost me more money. It's gonna cost me money too. And the yard is not gonna be the same like I have right now.
Yeah, you actually have it further back from 212 than the house actually is, correct?
Correct, yeah, the main idea of placing it where it is to minimize increasing his driveway where we don't need to. And in order to get it in that 50-foot setback, we'd have to put it behind his house, basically.
Mhm. And increase the driveway.
Increase the driveway, reduces backyard view from his deck, all those kinds of things. And that side yard lot has a decent height shrubbery along the property lines, like 20 feet or so. No trees, but decent height shrubs. So there's no real height or view impact on the neighbor.
Mhm. Obviously, we have the hedgerow here on the map, on the,
I'm sorry, could you state your name, sir, for the record, please?
Yes, this is Zach Chapman.
Thank you.
okay, I guess, anything else from you, before I ask questions from the board? Questions from the board, any?
No,
No?
No?
All right, so would anybody like to be the lead on this one?
Okay.
Marcia, okay. So we typically just have one person who, if they need to go just take a look, she'll probably drive drive over, either talk with you, I don't know if she just wants to.
Yeah, I can do drive-by. It seems pretty straightforward.
And I guess if she has any problem seeing it from the road, she could probably give you a call or something if that works out.
And I've been driving up and down that road a lot, so
You live nearby?
I live nearby.
Oh,
yes.
okay. So probably you know my house.
I'm not sure.
You will now.
I will now. Okay, so I'll try to get back by there next week and take a look and then we usually have 62 days before we render a decision, but if it's something that's fairly straightforward and simple, I can write it up quickly.
Do you send like by mail or?
Yeah, well, Michelle will email you. I think you have your email address in here. Is that typically what you do, just email these days, Michelle? For the decision? She's frozen again.
Yes, that's
The
what she
decision,
did.
you mean?
Excuse me? Michelle?
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay,
So what we do is one person from the board drives by and then writes it up and then it comes on the agenda and then we vote for it. Everyone has to vote on it.
yeah, we do have to vote on it, quasi legal decision, so.
And this takes like 60 days? like-
No,
It
that's
won't
what we
take that
typically
long.
allow, but it wouldn't happen before the next meeting, which is 2 weeks. That would be the earliest. If there's any problems at all, it might take another 2 weeks. So it's
Right.
2 weeks to a month usually to get the decision.
Yeah.
Unless there's a lot of problems and it can take longer. But I don't see a lot of problems there, so.
Did you have any drawings or anything of it?
There's
we have
one
Okay.
drawing, it's just a site plan.
Okay,
The
Great.
garage itself is gonna.
You
be
want to
a
just,
premium
you want to just look?
Oh, okay,
Marcia,
like a
take-
Brad's
Marcia,
barn.
take a look here. Do you have any other questions? We're going to ask for the contiguous neighbor list that are so fluid.
Roy Van Wagner, 4626 Route 212 Willow. Luann Steinhilber, 4625 Route 212 Willow. New York City Department of Bureau of Water Supply, 71 Smith Avenue, Kingston. Derek Reese, 362 Henry Street Apartment, ZR, Brooklyn. Dara Dorian Revocable Trust, 4594 Route 212 Willow. And there was no communication.
Okay, is anybody in here wishes to speak on this hearing? No? So with that, what we'll do is we'll close the public hearing. If we need to, sometimes neighbors send us emails. We're allowed to receive written correspondence. If anything comes up, we need to contact in writing into the town here. Great, thanks. That's to do. And then we'll do everything else we just talked about. So with that, I'd like to close the public hearing. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
aye.
Guys have it. And we'd like to recess case number 23-09. Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'll be out early next week, so I'll give you a call. Let you know.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for listening to what I heard.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. ZBA case number 23-10, application of Rosalinda Markles as represented by Ben Searcy. The property located at 6 Near Street, Woodstock, New York, 12498, is 0.11 acre parcel located within an HR zoning district for variances from the zone. Woodstock Article 4 area and bulk regulations, section 260-16. Attachment 2 is modified by section 260-26 for a 7-foot infringement into a minimum required 25-foot rear yard setback in order to construct a single-story 7-foot by 18-foot addition. And
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm Ben, representing the Markels.
okay, great. Have a seat. And you are Ben Searcy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yeah. Anything you need to?
Yeah, it's just, new families bought the property, moved in, and they've got a couple of daughters, so they're trying to add a new bathroom in the back. And there's no laundry, it's a 2-story house, and there's no laundry in the house at all.
Mhm.
So they just want to put a stack in there. And also they've got like a 20-gallon water heater just in the bathroom. And so they want a little, addition to put the laundry stack in, the water heater, and a new full bath. Just 1 story in the back. So it's mostly a utility addition.
I see, so the width of the house, it sort of mirrors the size of the enclosed porch on the front side of the house.
Right, and there was already like a 5x5 little makeshift porch
Oh,
in
yeah.
the back, and so we're just consuming that. And it's not quite the full length of the house, it's 18 feet instead of, I believe, 24.
I see, okay. So this is not perfect, yeah.
At least
Totally
a
skip.
back window for the bathroom on the other end.
Uh-huh. Quite go the length of the house, the width of the house as it shows on the
Right,
picture.
and they've also got a disabled friend that may be staying there.
Mhm.
And, I've been staying there a little bit, and I don't mind going to the laundromat, but it would be more difficult for someone that they would have to give care to.
Right. Questions from the board on this? Quiet group tonight.
No
Okay,
questions.
so I have a question. Who'd like to be the lead on this?
I can take it.
Okay, Michael. So you're, before he might, he's gonna probably come by.
Do the drive-by?
You want to just do a drive-by? I guess you can see it pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm available most of the time. So.
Okay, we have your phone here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you want to call, I will certainly do that. if you need to.
Thank you.
Okay. With that, I guess we'd like to read a list of contiguous neighbors, Michelle.
Emily and Sean Gilvey, 75 Tinker Street, Woodstock. Jill Lipoff, 8 Near Street, Woodstock. Twin Gables LLC, 73 Tinker Street. Janina Harper, 77 Tinker Street. Near Street LLC, 323 Park Avenue, Hoboken, New Jersey. There is no communications received either.
You heard my spiel before, right, about,
Right.
yeah,
The email and
times and everything,
Right.
yes. So,
about 60 days, you said?
yeah, 2 weeks to 4 weeks, you
Okay.
typically,
Yeah, there's
we
no
try to
rush.
do it 2 weeks, but then, we're all volunteers, trying to get, going to visit and writing it up and getting it done. It doesn't always happen.
That's fine.
Yeah, so, and, we've got quite a few this year, pretty steady, stream of cases, so. With that, I guess I'd like to, close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Is there anybody in the public who wanted to speak?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay,
Thanks for asking. So, a question still stands? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Okay, and with that, I would like to recess ZBA case number 23-10. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Searcy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. ZBA case number 23-11, application of Brian Russ, represented by Linda Tiano, P.O. Box 21, Willow, New York, 12495. The property located at 90 Crosspatch Road, Willow, New York, 12495. Located in an R5 zoning district for an interpretation of the zoning enforcement officer's decision that a second dwelling unit is not allowed in an undersized lot. And if interpretation is correct, variances from the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, Article 4, area and bulk regulations, section 260-60B, construction of an 887 square foot dwelling unit where only a 628.25 square foot building is allowed, and 260-60F to allow more habitable space, and 260-60E to allow more floor area of any apartment in order to construct an apartment above a 3-car garage. I think we need some ChatGPT help these days in some of these. Okay, so I think that's fairly clear. We'll get to it. Hey, Linda,
hi,
state your name for the,
Linda Tiano.
thank you. Okay, you want to take us through this a little bit? to see what-
Well, recently I sold my house and I'd like to be able to move up to 90 Cross Patch and build a garage with an apartment over the top of it for myself.
Okay. And you're saying that it's a density issue, correct? On the ruling for the apartment that, and you wanted it larger?
Yeah.
What's the interpretation that, as to whether or not the ZEO correctly applied the zoning law in his letter dated 2/13/23 that would deny a building permit for the proposed structure
So,
and use?
so it's because of an undersized lot, you can't have a second dwelling unit.
Is that what you're saying? You can't
That's
have,
what it says.
yeah.
That's what it says, but it's a pre-existing non-conforming lot.
Mhm.
And building inspector felt that because it was pre-existing, it should only be able to have one unit on it.
Because, okay. So.
Right? Isn't that-
Undersized lot. And then there's not a problem with the garage, but it's the dwelling space above the garage, it seems.
Yes,
Right,
but if I wanted to have a studio, I could have it any size I wanted to.
above the garage.
Well, 1,000 square feet.
Right.
Up to
Okay,
1,000 square feet.
right.
So I don't really want a studio, I'd like to have an apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, apples to oranges or whatever, you know, they're basically somewhat the same.
And,
One has a bathroom, one doesn't.
You can have a bathroom
And
in
a
the
kitchen.
studio.
And a kitchen.
You can have-
excuse me, Jude? Go ahead, Jude.
I have a question. I'm just curious why you would come for an interpretation to see if the CEO correctly applied the law rather than coming for a variance, if that's what you're looking for. Do you think that he incorrectly interpreted the zoning law?
That's up to you guys to decide.
Well, she's asking for both, that if they did, we feel it's correctly applied, that she's asking for a variance.
Well, then she'd have to file another application for a variance.
Well, it's written up that way, so it's come to me written up that way.
I talked to Michelle about this. I don't think that's, I mean, I understand that if she doesn't need a variance, if the interpretation goes her way, but if it doesn't, she would have to come back for a variance. We can't, on an interpretation, grant a variance that hasn't been.
Correct.
No, it's a dual thing, but so I'm just reading what's been written and given to me
Right.
from the CEO and from Michelle, so this is how it's been
It's a little,
positive.
it's confusing.
Can we just get some more factual background about what the situation is with this property? Who owns it? Who's living there now?
It's on
it-
here.
I will take one question at a time, Joe. You can ask questions.
Okay, who owns the property?
It says in here, Brian Roofs owns the property.
Yeah, Brian owns it.
And he's the one applying for the. Are
I'm
you applying for the?
representing. Is that okay?
Linda's representing Brian tonight.
It's her son.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Well, I mean, I don't know why this is a big secret.
it's not
It's
now.
not, it's right here.
Okay, so Brian owns the property.
I'm sorry, Joe. Some of us just kind of know this, and I guess we take it for granted. So
Well, it's on, it's on.
I know it's on here. He just, you know,
He doesn't read it?
I don't know.
We're
All
allowed
right,
to.
Hold on, Jude. Hold on,
I'm-
Jude.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, guys.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
no, no,
I got
no,
somebody
no,
talking at the
no,
table.
no. I'm sorry. Okay,
What?
excuse me. I don't get paid for doing this. I'm not going to be treated disrespectfully.
No, you're not being treated disrespectfully. I think there's a disconnect here.
Okay.
We're freezing
So-
up, so it's delayed, Joe.
No. She just asked me if I had read it or not.
Okay, well, you know,
Okay.
it is in here. It is in the form, Joe.
Okay, so the property is owned by Brian,
Correct.
and who lives in the main part of the structure?
Right.
Brian,
And who is proposed to live in the additional apartment?
Me,
Linda, the representative.
His mother.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
Okay. I'm sorry if we lost you there, but you're freezing up a lot, so it's very hard to communicate with the TV.
Okay. It would just make, obviously make a difference to me if there was some other, plan or use for this additional space. So that's why I wanted to
Understood.
clarify who was going to be in there.
Certainly.
I have a question. I'm a little confused.
Go ahead, Mark.
Michael said that because it's an undersized lot, that an accessory apartment is not allowed. But in the way it's written up, it says only 628.25 square feet is allowed.
If it was, because the size of the accessory apartment is based upon the size of the dwelling that's on the property.
Okay, so this would be the size of it if it was a full-size
Yeah.
lot.
That would be what would
Okay.
be allowed.
So
Yeah.
basically, it's an undersized lot that doesn't allow for an accessory apartment.
Correct.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Similar to a case we had a few weeks ago.
The whole case is kind of laid out as more than an interpretation right now. It's sort of leading us to, if there were a variance, this is what would be needed. That's how I see it. It would
So
be-
did
it
you
would be-
apply for this as a variance or just as an interpretation? That was the
This-
application.
I see this is an application.
Jude, hold on, Jude, hold on. I'm asking a question, okay? I wasn't asking you.
Sorry.
Did you apply as a?
when I brought it into Michelle, this is how we decided to write
Okay,
it out.
stop this, Michelle. Michelle, could you turn on for a second here, please? What form was filled out, for an interpretation or for a variance? You're frozen. Okay.
I'm here. That
Was
she
it filled out
couldn't
as
do
a-
what she wanted
as
to
a-
do.
Excuse me?
She came in and told me that Butch had sent her a letter that told her that she
If this is not working.
do what she wanted to do on the property. So she asked me, do I ask for an interpretation or for a variance?
Okay, I'm asking, okay, you're breaking up a lot, so you're gonna have to give me a simple answer. And it's very hard to hear long, drawn out things. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Was the application for an interpretation or for a variance?
interpretation.
Oh, okay, so you've applied for interpretation. Okay, all right, then that's what we're gonna have to rule on the interpretation tonight.
Correct.
All right,
Gordon, this looks like you.
I'll take this.
And I guess I have a question, depending on how we rule on the interpretation, will a variance request have to be submitted, or will we be able to combine it? No,
No,
I'm still gonna need a variance because of the
right, you just
size.
applied for variance separate. See,
okay,
that was all worded together here, where it's like,
I think Butch, when he sent me the letter, worded it all together, so therefore I guess.
all right, well, we may be able to, sort it out before then too, so with this.
is the garage already constructed?
Jude, hold on a second.
Is the,
No,
oh, so you're
that's-
gonna build the garage and.
Hold on, Jude, I'll see you. We'll just let Jude Marshall finish the question. The garage is already constructed?
No,
It's not, right. Jude, you had a question?
Is this in the scenic overlay?
yes,
So you would have to go to the planning board as well?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we done?
I think so. Are there any other questions to the information positive to us here? It's, you know. All right, so with that, Michelle, could you read the contiguous neighbors, please?
New York State, Department of something, 71 Smith Avenue, Kingston, Nadia Steinzer, 8587 Cross Patch Road, and David and Mary Isles, 80 Stuyvesant Avenue, Rye, New York. No communication was received.
Okay, anybody in the public wish to speak? All right,
Excuse me, Gordon, I have another question.
yes.
Was the house recently built on that property or was it pre-existing?
It's been there probably since 1950.
Okay. I just remember one of your contiguous neighbors
I'm
writing.
sorry.
I just remember one of your contiguous neighbors writing about something and I didn't know if it applied to your property, but it had to do with tree cutting. It may not have been you. I just heard the name and I just wondered if it had anything to do with your property.
No, there's never,
Okay,
there's been an addition put on, but there was no problem with that either.
okay, thank you.
Right, and that's in the record, in the building permit section.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, close pretty much.
Mhm.
All right, so I would like to close the public hearing. Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
with that, we will recess case number 23-11. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Linda, I'll be in touch and I'll be able to take a look at the property and that, okay?
Okay,
Might probably be, early in the week.
All right. thanks.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Linda.
For what?
What did you say?
What are you here for? Michelle, we don't have them tonight, do we?
Weren't you just here for the public hearing?
This is a different.
Oh,
I thought you were here for one of these three, then.
No.
This was the public notice for,
Who's there? I can't see them because
Yes,
they're
Walter, for
not
the
facing them.
Rocky Road.
Broadview
No.
Road,
Nope,
is that coming up next week or something?
yes, in 2 weeks.
Better night anyway?
No,
No.
it's all legal notices and that, so that's. Sorry, I thought you were here for one of these other people until I realized you
I
weren't
thought
here
you were
for.
you were here last week.
I thought you were here for Ross and then I realized you weren't speaking up about it, so.
It's my mistake. Thank you.
Sure.
Sorry, guys, we should know.
yes.
Yeah. Coming real smooth.
See you in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yes, please.
Okay, guys,
Thanks.
sorry.
Good to see you, Gordon.
Good night, Les. Okay, well, it's nice to have an audience.
The old days.
All right, so, and how many do we have next meeting? We have 4? Or these are just, oh, not 4. Do you know how many, Michelle, we have next? 3 out of 4, okay. Trey. All right, I guess that's it for tonight. Any other business for the board? And without further ado, I would like to adjourn tonight's meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Aye.
Thanks.
that was exciting.
Good night, everybody.
Are we not
Good
recording
night.
anymore?
Yeah, we had some bad Wi-Fi tonight, guys.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Michelle. You freeze up every time.
Yeah.
You guys have a good night.
Sorry about that.
Bye. Yeah.